Happy Sunday, everyone. Are you ready to live large and cook small and find flavor in everything that you do? I'm ready also, okay? Welcome. I'm Michelle Geeson, your hostess with the mostest. Thank you for joining me for Bariatrics and Tips Facebook Live recipe demonstration. Hi, Melissa. Thank you. We are in for a really good treat today. And actually, as I was looking at the roster for next week's show, we're in for a double-decker series on pumpkin and spice and everything nice. So you are gonna love what we have to show for you today. So once again, welcome. I love Sundays. I love being here to do this Facebook Live demonstration for you. And I'm feeling more in the spirit of the holidays. When I look out my window over here, the leaves are finally in full color, and I'm just loving fall right now. So you're in for a great treat. One thing we all have in common is that we're either have had weight loss surgery or we're gearing up to have weight loss surgery. And even if that's really not the case for you, if you're striving for overall health and wellness or maybe trying to combat diabetes, don't worry, because you're in the right place. Food is a huge part of our lives, whether we like it or not, and we have to figure out a way to exist with it and have fun with it. You know, it's our second chance at life after bariatric surgery or when we're striving for overall wellness. And we need to be able to have fun with food and be excited about food, okay? So the main thing is to remove the word deprived from your vocabulary. There's no reason you should ever have to feel that way. We were not meant to walk the face of this earth not feeling like satisfied and not feeling like we can't have this or that. That is not what bariatric surgery is about. It is meant to be able to live and have a second chance, and that's what this is for us, okay? We can experiment, we can have fun with food. It's fun to be in the kitchen, and hopefully you'll see that today. It's fun being at the grocery store, and whether you're at the grocery store or in the kitchen, it should be an adventure and part of the journey. Don't fear it, try to embrace it, because when you do, you will thank your lucky stars that you did. And I can't wait to hear about it, okay? You know, it's very empowering for me to be able to remake a dish that I had growing up, or remake a dish that maybe was a little on the high calorie side or the high fat side, and just make it over in a more health-wise manner. And it's even better when your family demands it over and over again. And there are a few dishes that I have where they demand it over and over again. Hi Denise. So thank you for joining us. I can't wait to show you this. If you don't know my story already, I had gastric bypass surgery April 22nd of 2015. So that makes me 6 years old where my rebirth day is concerned. I've lost 130 pounds. I've kept it off. I've worked so hard to stay on the right path for my journey. I've had good moments and bad moments, but I've had no regrets, none. Not even the ugly times have made me regret anything. But what I do take, or what I do have, is insight, okay? We are only human, all of us. Believe it or not, we are only human. And we make our share of mistakes. And my thing is that I think I know enough now to be able to cite and isolate those bad behaviors and jump back on the bariatric bandwagon, okay? I've dedicated myself and our Bariatrics and Tips Facebook page to giving you tricks and tips on how to live large while we cook small, and finding flavor in everything that we do is going to be your key to not feeling deprived, okay? And it's worth the time and the effort, because I know I'm worth the time and the effort, and I know you're worth the time and the effort too, okay? So that is my pre-recipe rant over. But do remember this. Bariatrics and Tips is on all social media. So that means Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Snapchat, and TikTok, okay? You are going to see this recipe posted today at 3. and I hope that you have fun with it. I'm gonna dive right in because there's a lot to show you. Usually I was enjoying a lot making these recipes with in front of the camera and doing that with you. I didn't do that today in the essence of time and space because this bad boy has to cook for 45 minutes, but I do have it in the oven and I do have one already made, and I do have a couple things that I want to show you, as well as just a rundown of all the ingredients, because there are several ingredients here. Most of it you should have in your arsenal already, especially if you made a lot of my recipes, you know, over the last 9-10 months. So we'll hop right in, and you're gonna see, it's gonna be awesome. This is one of my favorite recipes. I'm fond of everything that I've made. There are times where I have to tweak something here and there, but this is a monumental holiday recipe, and you're gonna have it at 3 o'clock. So without further delay, we are gonna do pumpkin ricotta pie. That's not what it's called. Pumpkin ricotta protein pie. I knew I was missing a P in there. All right, so I'm gonna go through the ingredients, and then I wanna do a little showing and telling, and I'll come around and I'll give you some close-ups as well, okay? Hi, Liz. It is delightful that you are here today joining. So, all right, so pumpkin ricotta protein pie. The first thing that we're gonna use is pure pumpkin. You wanna make sure that it's not pumpkin pie filling, that you have pure 100% pumpkin puree. And you're only gonna use about a cup of this, okay? Then you're gonna use a large egg, a half a cup of non-fat milk. You can use 2%, you can even use whole milk if you want. I actually have used both non-fat and 2%, and I choose to use the Fairlife just because it's an added protein boost, so I figure why not. A half a cup of part skim ricotta. You can use whatever brand you want. I always like to buy these little mini ricottas at Aldi. They're really inexpensive, and they're small enough where I don't feel like I'm gonna use it, I'm not gonna waste, okay? So that's what this is, and they make they're cute little containers that you can keep afterward. I also like to use Splenda brand, although you can use whatever sugar substitute you want, but I use a mixture of Splenda sugar blend and the Splenda brown sugar blend. And the reasoning for using multiple sugars, or even multiple spices, or lots of things that you'll see in a lot of my recipes, is because you want to create a very diversified flavor palette. And when you're doing half brown sugar and half white sugar, you're creating this caramelized taste that is really quite delicious. And if you follow the recipe the way that I have concocted it, you will see that I mean business. Okay, then we're gonna go over to my tried and true protein enrichment system, which is really like fancy lingo for Gene Pro. If you guys haven't tried Gene Pro, it's just a great no-brainer because their scoop of Gene Pro is probably half the size of a regular scoop of protein powder. It's also half the calories as well, but it's still got a lot of protein, so a lot of bang for your buck. Just to give you an example, one scoop is 56 calories and contains, where did the protein go? 30 grams of protein. So I always, whenever I'm baking, I like to enrich my dishes with this protein powder because you can't even tell. You can also use Gene Pro in your coffee. I've done that before. You can mix it in a lot of different things. So again, it's my no-brainer. Then you're gonna use vanilla extract. I've got my vanilla. You're gonna use salt, big surprise, just a half a teaspoon. Let me see, where do you shop for Gene Pro? That's a great question. Gene Pro, you can only buy direct from those guys, but if you're looking on Facebook, start looking, or maybe go to the Gene Pro Facebook page and like and follow them, and you'll often see discount codes anywhere like up to 30%. And that's how I get mine. So they don't pay me to endorse their product or anything, but I really believe in it. I know that my local bariatric clinic does support it as well. So that was a great question. Thank you so much for asking. Who asked that? Mandy. Mandy, thank you. I appreciate it. Salt, baking powder, just your regular run-of-the-mill baking powder. This is a big, huge Trojan thing of baking powder, and I use it so much that I ended up buying it at Sam's Club. So, but the good thing about baking powder versus baking soda, baking powder already has, it's for when you're not using an acid to cook with it. Baking powder will give that rise without adding an acid. So that's why I like to use it. It'll give it a nice little height when you're making your pumpkin dish. So I've got that. And then cinnamon and pumpkin pie spice. I'm a huge cinnamon person, so I like to use these concurrently. You can obviously tweak this to your liking. It's, at 3 o'clock, it's gonna become your recipe. So modify it however you like, but the cinnamon mixed with the pumpkin pie spice, and the pumpkin pie spice is just a mixture of like nutmeg, ginger, cloves, and ground cinnamon, and then this just gives it a little boost. So I love to use that. Oh, there's allspice in there too. Sorry about that. So that is the rundown of everything that is in our pumpkin ricotta protein pie. All you need to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees, combine everything in your bowl, and blend it really well. I just use a hand mixer. You don't have to use any rocket science or anything. You just want to make sure that it's nice and blended thoroughly. You are going to pour it into your vehicle of choice. And this is where it gets fun. This is where it becomes mostly your recipe, because I've tried it a couple different ways. I've tried it in a traditional pie dish, and that's what I have in the oven. So hopefully in another 11 minutes I can show you that. You can put it in your pie dish, or you can put it in a ramekin. If you have ramekins, just lay 8 ramekins out on a cookie sheet and then evenly divide the mixture. Oh my God, the dog just heard my husband. So there you go. That's your Sunday shocker. Last week I got scared as well. But at any rate, you can put this in 8 different ramekins. Just make sure you spray with cooking spray, and then you can bake them. The time that it bakes is going to be the same for everything, okay? You can use the ramekin. I've got a pumpkin pie to show you already. And then you can use a muffin tin if you want, for like a no mess. And I lined my muffin tin with parchment paper muffin cups. And these are, I'm gonna come around and show you, these are considered culinary baking cups. I got them on Amazon, or did I get them on Amazon? No, I think I got them right at Meijer at my local grocery store. You can get them on Amazon, but here, let me see, hi. So you can get these, and literally they're parchment paper muffin tins. And I like to do that when I'm dealing with like pie stuff and things of that nature. So I have those to show you as well. And actually all you have to do is decide what you want and what you want to use it in, throw it in, and then bake it for 45 minutes. Seriously, no joke, 45 minutes is what it takes. You would want to make sure that you see the sides that are browning. You don't want it to look like it's scorched, but you want it to look golden browning on the sides, maybe even on the top as well. The main thing that you want to do when you take this out of the oven is you want to let it set for an hour, okay? That's going to ensure perfect slicing, okay? And again, it works. It totally works. There's a reason why I put that in, because I was getting so anxious where I just wanted to hack into the darn thing and try it. And you really have to wait so it sets up nicely. And then another good trick and tip for pumpkin pie or cheesecake or even whatever kind of cake you want is after each slice, wipe your knife clean before you slice the next. And that'll ensure that everything is looking beautiful if presentation is something that you care about, okay? The pie will yield 8 even pieces. The ramekins you'll want to put in 8 different ramekins. And then the muffins, of course, let's just stick with 8. You can use whatever, however you want to cut it, but the nutrition that I have is based on 8 servings. And I'll run down the nutrition real quick, and then I'll start explaining what I have here on the counter. Per serving, 1/8 of this concoction is 120 calories. So to me, that's like a perfect snack. I always like to keep my snacks, if I indulge in one, 150 calories or less, and 100 to 120 is ideal for me. Carbs, you're looking at 12.8 grams. Fat, you're looking at 2.6 grams. And protein, you're never gonna believe this, 18.4 grams. And that's just for one, and you'll end up being done with your piece and you'll feel very satisfied, and I'm real excited for you to try it, okay? So I'm gonna put the recipe away, and now I wanna show you what I have here. I wanna show you, and this is where I think I'm gonna come around and bring the camera over a little bit more because I want you to see the difference. Now, in the quest for me to make my pumpkin ricotta protein pie, I have a husband who wants me to make him something as well. And he's not going to eat the pumpkin ricotta protein pie. He wants the big deal. He wants the pumpkin pie. So I'm making him a pumpkin pie tonight. He just came inside and he's probably watching me as we speak. And he can definitely hear me. And so yes, Troy, you are getting pumpkin pie for dessert today. So I want to show you, I'm going to bring this over here. Hello. All right. And now I'm going to show you the 2 bowls, okay? So take a look at the bowls. Now, I probably gave it away because I've got a pie crust underneath this one. This is the I was going to ask you to choose which one was which, but like I said, I think I gave it away. So take a look at the pumpkin mixtures. Hold on. All right, don't they look really super similar? Here's our pumpkin ricotta protein, okay? It's a little bit more, it's a little thicker than the traditional pumpkin pie filling. And this is the pumpkin pie filling that I'm gonna use in this ready-made crust to make my husband's pumpkin pie tonight, okay? But I wanted to just drive home how similar it looks. Now, I went ahead and off camera, I tasted a teaspoon of each. And to be quite honest with you, I like the pumpkin ricotta mixture way better. This pumpkin pie is a traditional recipe. I used the recipe that's on the label of the pumpkin puree. So it's legit. There's nothing low-cal about it. It is made completely as is. And it's delicious, don't get me wrong, because I love pumpkin pie. But our ricotta mixture is better, and it's better for you. So there you go. That's what I wanted to show you. That is my piece. I'm going to bring you back up right here. And now I want to show you, hopefully I angled the camera right. No, I didn't. Hold on, you guys. Told you I'm not a camera person, and I don't play one on TV. All right, so now I've got the ones that I made in the muffin tin, and I know I made 12 of them, but 8 is the serving size. And I wanted to show you how easy it was. I'm gonna come back around. I'm just gonna bring my supplies closer. Yeah, Melissa, thank you. It is totally yum fest over here. Lots of pumpkins, goodness. Okay, so let me come around and, all right, hold on. Here we go, hello. All right, so here is the pumpkin ricotta protein pie made in a parchment baking cup, okay? So you can either serve it outside of the baking cup. I'm peeling it off, and then I'm gonna put it on the plate and I'll show it to you. All right, check that out. Ooh, doesn't that look awesome? Okay, but let's see what's gonna taste even better with it. What's gonna make it feel like it's the real thing? What's gonna make it feel like you have the whole world in your hands? Yep, you got it, whipped cream. All right, so I've got my whipped cream topping. This is from Meyer. You use whatever floats your boat. And I'm gonna top Oh, here comes the dog, you guys. He loves whipped cream, all right? But now I'm gonna take it a step further because I like herb peel when it comes to food. So I'm gonna take my pumpkin pie spice and I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit on top so it's pretty. All right, so now I'm gonna bring you down here. Hold on, sorry. Hold on. Yeah, I'm not getting an Emmy or a grant or any kind of award for camera, but take a look at that. Isn't that amazing? It is gorgeous. Yes, Denise, I've got that whipped cream gadget too, and it works great, especially if you use heavy whipping cream. I am a whipped cream addict, and it is one of my vices. You could even take that heavy whipping cream and add Splenda to it rather than sugar, and you would get the same result, but you still have to deal with the fat and the calories of the whipped cream, or of the whipping cream, but no big deal. Not if you're just using it for a dollop. Okay, so there is your pumpkin bite. Now, I am more partial to the ramekins and to the muffin tins, only because it's like instant portion serving. So that's kind of my go-to. And this I'm gonna be eating as soon as we are off camera. All right. So that is how that looks. And then I wanted to show you the ramekin also. You can see, you get the same result. The ramekin is obviously a little bit bigger than the muffin, so the surface area is gonna be a little different. But you can still top it with your whipped cream. Oh, gee darn, I got some on my finger. Guess what that means? I'm gonna have to take one for the team, you guys. And the pumpkin pie is about to come out of the oven because I just heard the 60-second warning. So you can just completely cover it with whipped cream. Yum. And then you can sprinkle your spice over it. And you could put this at each setting too. You could even put a lid on it. My ramekins come with lids, they're Pyrex. And I can just take this for lunch, and that's probably what I'm gonna do because now they look beautiful, okay? So let's go over to the oven and I will show you. You can still see me, right? Yep, okay, it looks good. I will go and take this out of the oven. It has been 45 minutes. And I think I'm gonna need 2 of these guys. And now you're gonna see this beautiful pumpkin pie. And I'll probably have to come around, and that way I can show you it up close. You do wanna make sure that you test it accordingly. And so if you have a cake tester or a toothpick, you just wanna make sure that the toothpick comes out clean, and it did, it came out perfect. So that's how I know that it's done and how excited I am. And now the biggest test of willpower is going to be to let this sit for an hour until it sets up nice. So let me come around. Rather than move the pie and anger it, I am gonna move you. Melissa, it's amazing. I'm telling you, this is one of my most cherished recipes. I just love it so much. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna show and tell. All right. That just came out of the oven, you guys. Sorry, that was a quick little blackout. That just came out of the oven. And doesn't that look neat? Doesn't that look amazing? And it is, it's nice and firm. And again, as it cools, it's gonna set up super nicely. I have seen people decorate with a little pumpkin spice on top, just for a little bit more. It kind of blends in together. But you can see, so you've got choices here. You can make it any way you want it. And I think that's the bottom line. I think in this bariatric journey, we are all, thanks Denise, we are all about choices and control. And this is a way that you can literally have your cake or pie and eat it too. And I just want to make sure that you all enjoy it. If you end up making it, whether you make it tonight, tomorrow, for Thanksgiving, whatnot, please let me know. Post a picture on our Facebook page, and just show me, because this one is an absolutely great recipe, and I really hope that you like it, okay? that's what I got for you today. I appreciate you being with me on this amazing Sunday. I'll tell you something. If Sunday's supposed to be the day of rest, it sure as heck is not what that is in my house. I've done anything but rest today. So lots to do, lots to eat, but I'm going to give it back to you. Oh, you know what else I can tell you? Hold on. I can tell you about next week's show. Next week we are doing pumpkin spice, okay? So what that means, I can tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. Just wait midweek, I'll give you some teasers. But pumpkin spice and everything nice, I've got another recipe that I'm going to share with you that you are going to absolutely love. And it all has to do with pumpkins and fall and harvest and Thanksgiving, and you're just going to love it so much. So that is next Sunday, November 14th. And then on November 21st, 2 weeks from today, we are going to do spaghetti squash pizza cups. These are amazing. And yes, Denise, my pup agrees. He loves the pumpkin and he loves the whipped cream. He got very accustomed to whenever we went to Starbucks, they would give him a pup cup, which was basically just like a little shot glass of whipped cream. So now whenever he sees whipped cream here, I have to give him a pup cup. All right, back to basics here. Sunday, November 28th, sweet potato protein pancakes. Oh my gosh, your kids are gonna love this as well. December 5th, we've got a spinach frittata, which is a really yummy, good comfort breakfast food. December 12th, we are going to start getting into Christmas holiday mode, and we are going to celebrate with a double chocolate almond walnut protein brownie. And they are little bites because a little goes a long way. And then finally on December 19th, we are going to go hog wild with peppermint. So that is what we have on docket for the rest of the year. If you have any questions or any suggestions about future demonstrations, please feel free to let me know. I have been very blessed to be here with you today. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the recipes. I'm going to go eat me some pumpkin ricotta protein pie. Say that 3 times fast, okay? All right. Have a great Sunday, you guys. Enjoy. Bye-bye.